Pretties, and welcome back to my channel. So today, since I got a lot of views and a lot of comments on my video with the tape-ins, thank you guys so much for watching that. Appreciate it. Made me happy. It was my hair was so short, and it was a little uncomfortable for me. So yeah, thank you guys for being nice in the comments, and I appreciate it. So I'm gonna answer some questions that a lot of you guys asked me in the comments and give you a little info, for future reference. So the hair I was using was called Head Toe, and it was called La La Vu. And those the tape-ins that I got was from Amazon. I do not recommend getting them because they tangled after a week. Yeah, don't buy them. Buy the ones from Better Length. It's on Instagram. They have bomb clip-ins, tape-ins, eye tips, like tracks, wigs, half wigs. They got a lot of stuff there. It's so good. When I save up my coin, I'm gonna be buying from them, okay? But yeah, get it from them. I don't recommend the ones from Amazon because it's not good quality hair. I just wanted to try it out, so that's why I got that hair. It was cheap. I was down for it. I think it was like $30 per package. 30 or 40, I don't know. So somebody asked me, how do you get them out? Here is one of my clip-in extensions that I have, that I used. I don't even know how I got this out of my head, honestly, but they still together. And here's my oil. I'm using castor oil because I don't know, I just am. And this is almost done, so just put as much oil as you can, and then you just rub it. You just rub it in there. Don't force it out. Just take your time, boo-boo. Take your time, girl. And then just rub it and make sure it's all saturated in there. And then you try to see if it goes through. And there's a little piece. It's not time consuming really, but there's a little piece here that's open. So when you feel a little piece open, just add more oil. Add more oil. It's better if you have a dropper. Add some oil in there. It gets a little messy, but add some oil in there, and it should open up more and more. Should open up more and more. The more oil you add, the better. When it's in your hair, it's better because it goes down your strands, and so it like comes off better. But you see it's opening. You just rub it through. See how I'm rubbing it through, and it's coming off. Just rubbing it through, rubbing it through. Don't rush. Don't rush, boo-boo. See, it's coming off. See, it's coming off. So just rub it through. You can use any kind of oil, but just make sure you're rubbing it through. Just imagine this is in hair, okay? And just rub that oil. The oil should be all over your hands so that, makes it easier to come off. And then eventually just rub it all the way through. Rub, 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 rub-a-dub-dub, and then bam shazam, it's off. Woo! And then you clean it off, you wash it off. You can rinse it with shampoo, conditioner. Right now I'm just gonna rinse it with the spray bottle, because somebody asked me if these tape-ins were reusable. These specifically, no, because they're just really like cheap, so if they're cheap, they're gonna tangle, and these I didn't really use like that. I took them out so early because I don't know, I didn't like the way it looked. So technically this is clean. Make sure you get a lot of the oil off though, but this is for demonstration purposes only. So these are the extra tape-ins they gave me, and so we're just gonna open them, and then here they are. So you're just gonna take one off. Oh, it's stuck to the thing. Oh, I can't use that one. You take one off of the thing with the, okay, voila. one tape in right there. And then you see that, you just put it on. You put it on. So yeah, it's gonna be a little longer than it. So all you do is just cut that excess off. Just cut it off, chica. Don't worry about it. I put it on upside down, but you get the idea. I'm gonna do a close-up and I'm gonna show you guys again with the other one. But bam, and then you just take this off, the white part. You just take it off like a sticker, and then voila, new tape ins, brand new. So we're gonna do a close-up this time, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Bam. Just make sure the oil is off. Bam. There's oil on here, so it's not sticking as well, but same difference, girl. Just understand it's the same thing. And then they should stick like, imagine this is your hair, boo. And then you just put one in the back, one in the front. Bam, shazam. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. This is some thick hair on here. You know, squeeze it up, comb it through. Bundles, thick bundles. Pulling, 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 pulling. This has oil on it, so it might slip out, but just make sure yours don't have oil on it. Clean it well. But yeah, and then they stick. And here's an example of them sticking together. So bam, shazam. Thank you, ma'am. And they are stuck. Like I said, they have oil on it, so they might come loose, but yeah. And these are cheap, so get the expensive ones. Someone asked if I could wet my hair with it. I wet my hair with it. I mean, I was gentle. I even washed my hair and it was fine, but I was gentle. But sometimes, okay, when I was gentle, it was fine. But these are cheap, like I said, so it came out in the shower when I would, you know, put too much water in it. Like usually I would just use a spray bottle, but if I just did it in the shower, I would try to be gentle and not get it like on my scalp, just on the hair. But when I would just try to like wash it and stuff, or put some conditioner on my scalp in the shower, it would, some of them would come out. So wouldn't recommend, don't do that. So if you're using cheap tape ins, don't wet them. If you want to wet them with a spray bottle. Don't wet them in the shower because they're going to come out eventually. Okay, so I had these extensions in. Somebody asked how long did I have them in. I had the extensions in for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks I took them out because they were old and they were tangled and I just didn't want to deal with them, so I just took them out with the oil. But 6 to 8 weeks if you have good extensions and if you apply them correctly. There were some that I couldn't see in the back that I didn't get them as straight as I wanted to, but yeah, you know, it worked for me. And also to avoid any tugging or pulling, don't put it too close to your scalp, but don't put it too far away either. Don't make sure it's straight, that'll cause some problems too. So yeah, make sure that's not happening. So somebody in the comments said that they tried it with the same hair and it did not stick to their head. Well, what I used was a flat iron to do it because that's what it said on Amazon. The site that I bought it from, it said use a flat iron to have them stick, so that's what I did. And they stuck to my head. My head was clean, no oils. I freshly washed, nothing in it, straight, blow dried. My hair was blow dried. Make sure your hair is blow dried or straight, because if it's not, then it's gonna be harder for it to stick. Look at any stylist, they usually put tape ins in your hair when your hair is straight or flat ironed or blow dried. So if they're not cheap, you can use the tool. I could have probably used the tool for this, but that's what the direction says, so I followed the directions. Okay, that's all I did. Also, my hair was texturized. Your hair doesn't have to be texturized. You could just have, you know, the regular natural hair. Just make sure it's blow dried and straightened. You don't have to do all that extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? I believe that the inches that I had was 18 or 16 or 18, one of those, I don't know. They weren't that long though. So these clip-ins or these tape-ins are great. They're so undetectable, like so undetectable, so undetectable. It's better than a track. Look at a track. If you glue a track onto your head, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna show, because look how thick this is. Even if you flat iron it together, it's still thick, you know, and it'll still kind of peek through because it has all of this thread and all of this going on, and it's thick. But when you do like a tape-in, it's not, and it's black. Especially when you have black hair, it's almost seamless. Like you can't see it. Even when it shows a little bit, it's just black, so you can't really tell. There's no texture, it's just flat. So I love these, but just get some expensive ones, get some good ones, you know, good quality. Okay, they're way better than clip-ins too, because they're not as thick and bulky, so you won't be able to see them or feel them either. Just be careful when you combing it, okay, because you don't want to comb your hair out. You know, when I combed it, I held my head and then I combed it through because it was tangled. So I didn't just, you know, no. I held it and I combed it through when it was tangled. But when it wasn't tangled, I just, you know, regular smuggler did. Also, so this is a key tip. And I know I said this in my video, but I'm going to say it again. So if you want like a middle ponytail, you know, a regular ponytail that just goes straight back and not a high pony, then you have to put your tracks in at an angle. You cannot put them straight in like a middle part, you know, in that direction, because once you put, it's not gonna you know, it's not gonna work. You can only put it in a high pony when you have it like that. But if you want a middle ponytail, you have to put the tracks in like this, or you have to put them in diagonally. And when you put it in diagonally, you know, it should fall back too, you know, no problem. Because I put mine in diagonally and it was fine. You know, I could do my straight back and whatever. It was great. I believe tape-ins are great with like short hair, because, you know, if you don't want to get braids because your hair is too short, but you still want to wear your hair natural and you get texture, you get the hair texture that's similar to yours, it will help you with the, you know, growth stage. It's like, you know, it's like them starter locks, you know what I'm saying? Like when they add the extra hair, kind of like that, but not like that. But I think it's good, because if you put them in right, you know, it gives you like that extra length without going through that awkward stage, you know, where it's just like, I can't do nothing to this, you know. So I recommend for short hair. Some people say no, but if you know how to blend it and put it in diagonally, don't do a middle part if your hair is short, because it's not gonna look right. It's not gonna look right. Do it straight back or do it diagonally, because them hairs will stick through if you do a middle part. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend. That's just my preference. Like, now. All right, so I think I answered all your questions. If you have more questions, please let me know down in the comments. I really do appreciate the views and the likes and the comments. I try to answer them all, you know, as long as it's positive and it's a question and it's, you know, kind, then I'm down for it. Okay, yes. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any more questions. Hope I answered everything for you, and the takeout method and everything like that. But yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post. If you like this content, that's what you should do. Thank you so much, and don't forget, you are pretty, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. All right, bye. And don't mind my hair, okay? I'm in the process of taking these out, and this is why it's like this, okay?